Thunder Warriors went about as you would have expected in the first half with Steph Curry out. But then the Warriors ended up catching fire in that second half. We got a Pat Spencer show. He was getting like one-on-one buckets, like hitting tough shots. He hit like a little right shoulder fadeaway over Chet Holmgren on the right block. That was an insane shot. Draymond Green's hitting threes. Gary Payton's hitting threes. Pods hits like a bomb to end the third quarter, like a leaning, drifting bomb from like 30 feet. Jonathan Kuminga's getting in on the action, hitting threes, running action with Seth Curry. Seth Curry ends up getting hot. All of a sudden, the Warriors had a 4-point lead in the kind of like early-ish part of the like middle part of the fourth quarter. And then the Thunder just played perfect basketball from there and ended up winning by 12. The Warriors went zone during this stretch, and it briefly flustered the Thunder, but then they methodically broke them down in crunch time. They got a little pass to the middle to Cason Wallace, and Chet just kind of relocates right to the top of the key, pitch it back to Chet. He knocks down a three. AJ Mitchell beats the zone just by driving off the wing and hitting like a left-handed scoop shot over Draymond Green. Then the Warriors bail on the zone and they go one-on-one, or man-to-man, excuse me. And Shai just starts relentlessly hunting Buddy Hield. Walks him down for a couple little elbow jumpers there on the left side. Hits like a nasty step back three off of the right wing. That step back has become just such a reliable shot for Shai at the end of the game, something I want to talk about in a little bit. He had a really nice piece of advantage creation where he gets Buddy out on the right wing, snatch left-right crossover, just toasts him off the dribble. The entire Warriors defense just kind of rotates, right? Low man steps over. They rotate on the weak side. The left wing is open. J-Dub's there. Shai just whips a cross-court pass that hits J-Dub right in the hands. Extra pass to Isaiah Joe in the corner. He knocks down a three. J-Dub himself got in on the action with like a really tough driving right-handed layup that he scooped high off of the glass. And then on the other end of the floor, I mean, albeit against the limited Warriors lineup, just stop after stop after stop after stop. And the Thunder end up winning like 12. Yet another game. Again, like as the schedule has gotten tougher for OKC, they've ended up in a bunch of these clutch games, and yet another time where they just look unbeatable in that setting. They've played in 10 clutch games so far this season. They're 9-1 in those games. The one loss, of course, being the Portland game. They have a 137 offensive rating in the clutch, a 95 defensive rating in the clutch. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is 25 for 46 from the field in crunch time this season. That's 54%. He's hit 6 clutch threes. He's hit a bunch of them in every one of these games. Hit a huge one against Minnesota. Hit a huge one against Phoenix. Hit a huge one again last night over Buddy Hield on the right wing. He's just getting into his bag, and he can either go to that little pound dribble with his left hand, step back, or that like little side step with his going towards his right, like the one he hit over Buddy Hield. And he's just really confident. He's trusting it right now. He's made 6 of them so far this season in crunch time, hitting 40%. Most of those misses were earlier in the season. He's been in a great groove as of late. 9 assists to just 1 turnover in crunch time. And like, you want to be like, okay, you got to send doubles. And the Warriors were pretty content to let Shai just work one-on-one against Buddy. But at the same time, like, guys are hitting shots. We talked about the clutch 3 that Chet Holmgren hit. Isaiah Joe hits a big clutch 3 last night. On the season, if you leave Cason Wallace open for 3 in crunch time, he's 3 for 6. If you leave Chet Holmgren open for 3 in crunch time, he's 3 for 5. Like, they're burning you when you help. And like, and it's one of those things where we've seen teams manage to keep it somewhat close against Oklahoma City for one reason or another. And then down the stretch, it's just Shai Gilgeous-Alexander looking like far and away the most comfortable player on the floor. But it's not just his one-on-one play. It's the awesome passing sequences, the methodical ball movement through the zone. It's the role players knocking down catch and shoot threes. Having guys like AJ Mitchell and J-Dub who can hit a gap and create some dribble penetration and get something up off of the rim that they can score on in crunch time. And they just look unbeatable. And again, if this keeps up, like, we're going to do our contender rankings again in a month. We did our first contender rankings update like a week ago or so. And I think it was just last Friday. And in that contender rankings, for the first time, I moved OKC back up to the number 1 spot, but I still have them in the same tier with OKC or with Denver and Houston. If this keeps up, like if they're sitting in a similar spot a month from now, it's starting to look to me like Oklahoma City's in their own tier. I see a separation building. Houston and Denver are really good. There are a couple teams too that are a trade away. Like if Detroit makes some sort of big splashy move for a scoring forward, or if the Lakers get someone like Herb Jones, there are teams that might be able to move up into that tier. But to me, that tier is beginning to look like a tier that is beneath Oklahoma City, as yet again they get a big win in crunch time last night.